This is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Friday, June the 15th. I'm Michael Groff. Unsettled weather has finally arrived in the southwest, increasing moisture, clouds, chances of showers and thunderstorms, cooler temperatures, and that will persist through tomorrow, where we have a pretty interesting forecast to look forward to there. Then, by the end of the weekend and much of next week, drier air comes in, but temperatures will remain below average. So a lot going on. Let's discuss. First, the almanac from yesterday, 109 degrees, the high in the valley, but check out that morning low of 90, breaking another record high minimum temperature, the previous record for the date, 84, set in 2013. Meanwhile, outside right now at Sky Harbor Airport, here at 6:10 a.m., mostly cloudy skies, 88 degrees to begin this day. Dew points at 52, relative humidity 29%. The winds are light and the barometer is rising. Temperatures across south central Arizona this morning, 77, the cool spot at Buckeye. Most of us, however, are in the 80s. The upper air look across the country, we've got our subtropical ridge still off to the east, the remnant circulation or the leftovers from Bud now moving into central and northern Mexico. We've got a deepening trough over the Pacific Northwest and an upper low off the Southern California coast, which will be the real wild card in our weather, especially tomorrow. On the watch warning map, the big weather headline in the nation's midsection is the heat. Heat advisories in parts of the Corn Belt. We've got an excessive heat warning in effect for the Chicago area, where temperatures could be warmer than we are this weekend, and a flash flood watch in parts of western New Mexico. Doubt that we'll have any flash flood watches issued for Arizona, as the overall flood potential is fairly low right now. The convective outlook for today, a couple of slight risk areas. Parts of Wisconsin, as well as Wyoming and extreme western South Dakota. A marginal risk for some of the adjacent areas there, including the northern plains, the western Great Lakes. And rainfall for the next 7 days coming from the WPC. All of this will fall between today and tomorrow evening. And we've got totals somewhere between a tenth to a third of an inch for the most part here in the valley. Heavier totals possible along the international border, eastern Arizona. And of course, if you get under one of those locally heavy thunderstorms, you could get more than what's shown here. This is just sort of an average representation. There are some interesting and complicated details to our weather. We'll get into those now as we check the models. Here we go to the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. The upper look at 500 millibars. Well, you know the players on the board by now. We have a southerly flow generally aloft here over the state today. Down at the surface, clouds on the increase. Showers and thunderstorms coming in as a deeper surge of moisture will hit the area through the day today. And along the leading edge of that, we'll see those showers and storms come in. And then behind it, sort of a stable or semi-stable tropical air mass in place with just occasional showers and isolated thunderstorms. Highs this afternoon in the valley should top out in the 96 to 100 degree range, and those humidity levels will be coming up. Let's check the high-res models. This is the HRRR this afternoon at 1 o'clock, and that's where the leading edge of the tropical moisture should be coming in here sometime in the midday hours today. And as a result, you see those showers and storms coming in. Overall, the rainfall won't be very heavy, but we'll see some gusty winds and a few sprinkles or very light showers for the most part here in the metro area. Then you see by 8 o'clock tonight, it's got more widespread light precipitation, maybe an isolated thunderstorm still possible here. And plenty of moisture in place. There's that deeper tropical moisture. Precipitable water values somewhere between 1.7 and 1.9 inches over south central Arizona. So the moisture's in place. The dynamics really aren't there, at least not too much for us today with the clouds and the somewhat more stable air, except for along that leading edge, that initial push of moisture late this morning and early this afternoon. Now, as we go to tomorrow, a confluence of ingredients comes together to form the potential of a very active convective day here over southern Arizona. We've got an upper low off the Southern California coast that'll be moving eastward across the southern part of the state tomorrow afternoon. Increasing southwesterly flow aloft, ushering in cooler and drier air in the upper levels. Now, initially, that'll help to steepen lapse rates, allowing air parcels that rise freely to cool faster, form clouds more rapidly, rapid development of showers and thunderstorms. And some of those storms could put down some strong, gusty, damaging winds, locally heavy rain, maybe some small hail as well. And it's going to be a finite window of time for this, though, probably from the late morning through the early evening hours. I'd say between about 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow, and then right after that, drier air really comes in and sweeps out the moisture. But let's look at the high-res models. This is the NAM at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and it's showing showers and thunderstorms popping up over the area, cellular type storms. And, these could pack a punch. So watch out for that. But it's going to be a scattered thunderstorm event, not widespread. And not everybody's going to see severe weather. Some spots might see no rain at all. And somebody could easily get an inch. That's the nature of storms in the valley. Unlike a typical monsoon day where storms move from east to west or southeast to northwest, these storms will generally be moving from southwest to northeast or west to east. All right, the atmospheric instability tomorrow. This is the surface-based CAPE, same time, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon off the NAM, and it's got values between 1,500 and 2,000 joules per kilogram here over southern Arizona. So a pretty unstable atmosphere, but again, it's a short window of time before the drier air comes in and pushes the moisture on out. Otherwise, I think tomorrow is a mostly cloudy day, and at least in the morning, and then partly cloudy by the afternoon. The more sun we get, the more unstable the air mass. High temperatures somewhere in the mid-90s. Here's the SREF, the Short Range Ensemble forecast, showing how much rain it thinks we're going to get. And you see many of the models are generally in the 1/10 to 1/3 of an inch. You see the mean is around 1/4 of an inch. There are a couple of outliers that are way up there toward 2/3, 3/4 of an inch, and well over an inch of rain. And even though one or two spots could see that on a widespread basis, that is not going to happen. All right, as we go to Sunday, we'll have a good supply of sunshine, but despite that, high temperatures only in the mid and upper 90s. Yes, June 17th, and we're going to be below 100 degrees despite a sunny day. Monday, we could start out in the mid and upper 60s in some of the cool spots and mid 70s in the urban core. High temperatures still struggling to get to the century mark. Tuesday, I'd say highs generally 99 to 102, 100 to 103 on Wednesday, and around 101 to 104 on Thursday, but still troughing persists around here. We see that as we go to a week from today. This is Friday, the 22nd of June. Still got a trough or an upper low north of the state. Temperatures relatively seasonal. Again, maybe even a degree or two cooler than average, somewhere between 101 and 104. With mostly sunny skies. And then here is Saturday, the 23rd of June. Still got this upper low over Arizona. The heights actually coming down a little bit. High temperatures, if this verifies, 99 to 102. And then the end of the forecast period, Sunday, the 24th. Interesting little low over South Texas, but still troughing and heights right around average, and maybe even just a decameter or two below where there should be for this time of year. And high temperatures, well, they'd respond accordingly, somewhere between 101 and 104, as we see no indications of a major heat wave anytime soon. And remember, the period of June 21st through the 30th, sometimes, at least historically, has produced some of the hottest temperatures ever in Phoenix. So we're really dodging a bullet right now, at least it looks like. Taking a peek at the temperatures through the period off the GFS ensemble, and indeed, high temperatures stay below average through the middle and latter portions of next week, and even beyond that, for the rest of the month and into early July, well, it's got numbers pretty much where they should be, climatologically speaking. No excessive heat on the horizon, at least not right now. That's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. With the threat of inclement weather, of course, my next video will be back here tomorrow morning, or perhaps updates sooner than that if need be. If you like our videos, be sure to subscribe so that whenever we post a brand new one, you'll get the notifications. Otherwise, be safe, stay cool out there. Have yourselves a safe and happy Friday.